At what point in trading does everything become too complicated for you, where you've overcomplicated too many things? And really, that's one of the reasons I put together my free guide to trading certain price patterns, not all of them. And you can download it from the link in the description. And it's really about how keeping things simple still works in trading. And if you look at other traders, some can have a whole lot of variables in their trading plan and do fine. But others, they get overwhelmed when there are just too many things to consider for a trading setup. And I'm positive that we've all felt that way at times, because I know I have. And there's no simple answer because it really depends on the individual and their capacity. And we've all heard that the simplest solution is almost always the best. But what's simple for you could be complicated for me. So if we can agree that we do need to find simple, how do you get there for your own trading? And really, there are a whole lot of obstacles that you have to overcome sometimes in order to understand what the simplest solution is. And now, of course, it's easy to recognize a simple solution which is working well for what it is. But in order to come to the simplest solution, we often have to try one thing, try another thing, add a couple of rules or indicators here and there, or maybe even try a whole bunch of different markets. At some point, everyone reaches the stage where they know their trading method has become too much to handle. And I've walked down that road, and it started with Fibonacci ratios, and it spiraled down from there. And there was no pun intended with that. It's too much work, or too complex a strategy, or there are too many concurrent strategies to be able to trade them all effectively. Now, an inexperienced trader doesn't know any better, right? So they'll usually try to find a better way when something they're doing appears to not work anymore. And that's very natural if you think about it. But to become good at something, it takes learning something new and a bit of practice and experience. Trading's no different from a whole lot of things which we do, and it also benefits from a bit of guidance from successful traders. But many of us, we decide to go it alone. But this potentially raises the level of uncertainty a beginner experiences when something's not working well, as they have nothing to reinforce a sound trading method. So when a beginner learns a method or trading technique and they apply it, with little or no success, it can be puzzling to them. It's hard to strip away uncertainty when you have nobody to bounce your thoughts off of. So they might add a trading condition. But when that condition loses them money, they question the reliability of the method, and they just start jumping to different trading strategies. Now this starts that ball rolling on a lot of other issues that can really negatively influence success. This is the beginning of their quest for that holy grail of trading methods. To try to ensure that they don't miss out on the best moves, they might try a number of different trading products at once. And now, if the strategy they use rings up some winners, but it's not showing a high enough win-loss ratio, then maybe it's just worth trading different products only when they're doing something specific. However, if you're not at a point where you can trade a strategy consistently in one market, how are you ever going to be able to handle multiple markets? Overcomplication, that's just not for the trader who's learning what works and what doesn't work, because it's an issue for traders who are struggling to make it. Although they might start out overcomplicating for similar reasons to the newer trader, for a trader who's been trading for a while, there are probably other things at work here. They might be engaged in self-sabotage without even realizing it. And some who suffer from this phenomenon, they would not even think it could affect them. Now look, you have to accept uncertainty and you have to accept risk. By not fully accepting those in trading, you'll always experience a degree of pain in certain circumstances, and that could lead to fear, which then will lead to inconsistent results. It's our nature to avoid pain. Now, overcomplicating your trading could be an attempt to evade the natural conclusion of taking responsibility for a loss. Well, you're not a good trader, maybe. You're able to look for something you did not see at the time to make sure it can't happen again, instead of just accepting that nothing works all the time, or that you made a mistake as a human being. The logic which makes you think you're a bad trader, it's flawed, as we know that even the best trading systems have losses. And that the market, it surprises us time after time when a trade, it might look great, or it might look like it's about to stop you out before turning around and driving to its target. We don't know whether or not that next trade is going to be a winner or a loser. But losing is a natural consequence of trading, and it does not automatically mean that you did something wrong. So whatever the reason for overcomplicating everything, there does come a time in any trader's career that it becomes necessary for him or her to address what's needed and useful in order to carry out a trading plan effectively. And really, everything else above that is just noise.